Kia ora. Welcome to a Thursday afternoon review. This week it's the monthly review. Technically I probably should have done one last week, but that was the 1st of April, 1st of May, so I thought I would wait and let YouTube catch up on all of the data and do this one today. Here we are. Let's get straight into it. I really want to try to get through this quickly this time. I failed twice, so let's run through it as quickly as possible. So I just want to have a quick look at my calendar so you know the period we're working with, and we're talking about April 2025. So on my calendar, all I do is mark down the time that I've spent directly working on either in the woodshop, a DIY project, or YouTube editing, and that's it. All the other stuff that goes into being a creator, I guess, it's kind of fluff, and I only record the actual contact, the rubber on the road kind of stuff. And as you can see, in April, I was pretty busy. I worked really hard at the start of April and then kind of tailed off towards the end, and that was quite deliberate. I ended up doing 33 contact hours a week, and the target's 26. So I went over, and then at the end of the month I try to pull it back to get it closer to the 26. So yeah, that's where that is. Nothing terribly significant in any of this. This Saturday, I spent the full day editing a video from start to finish because I realized the video that I wanted to create, I wasn't finished the project, so I made something else instead, and that turned out being quite a good decision. We'll see that in a second. All right, that's that. So yeah, this month 33 hours a week. Last month was 28. So a bit of a step up. Okay, moving right along and looking at the YouTube dashboard. And the main figure that we're interested in here is this 398 subs. Last month that number was 45. And I was stuck on 45 or 47 for ages. Funnily enough, I've been stuck on 396 for quite a long time as well, and it's just jumped up to 398 today, so that's nice. And that's all because of that one video, that I did on that Saturday, and it's a video that I didn't mean to make, so interesting there. Okay, moving right along. What did I make? So in April, we're looking at here, I did a monthly review. I did the laundry powder box that was reasonably well received. I did a daily vlog that was a video instead of a live. And then here's this video here that's the massive outlier with 13,000 views. And that's just turning rough pallet wood into panels. And I think that appeals because you could then use those panels for any project you want. For me, those panels are for making a single bed. That's quite specific. But if you're just making the large panels for whatever project you have in mind, then that becomes quite a wide topic. So I think maybe that's why. Maybe the delivery was better. Maybe I did something differently. I need to go back and review it down the track with fresh eyes and see if I can see what's different from that one to previous and subsequent videos. As you can see, it then drops off again. So the next one I just quickly put out. It's very short. I think something like 5 minutes maybe on how to make some dowels, and then turning those large panels into the headboard for the bed. And then this is the first video in a series of our bathroom renovation, which is a completely different topic. Nice to see there's no dislikes, but we're shifting really from woodwork to DIY in that. So we'll see how we go over the next few weeks. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, moving along, the shorts. I released a lot of shorts in April, and they're all daily vlogs. I kind of committed to doing a daily vlog every working day in April. Interestingly, that video that went well kind of affected me strangely. It was, what's the word? Yeah, it changed the thought process, and I'm just practicing. I'm putting videos out, I'm editing, I'm just putting content out there for the sake of putting content out there, because every video that you make, you learn the skills and you get better. You get better at the woodwork, you get better at the video making, you get better at the delivery. And then when a whole heap of people watch, then it's kind of the pressure comes on, right? Now I feel like, people are looking at it. I need to produce really good stuff. Otherwise they'll all go away. Which may well be true, but it's not a choice that I can make. I'm not ready to make really good videos every time yet. I'm still learning. So we'll just keep plugging away. I think I've adjusted my mindset back again to let's just grind it. Let's just keep putting out videos. We obviously make the best videos that you can, and you try to be helpful, and you try to make videos that will be useful. But yeah, you've just got to take that pressure off. And it's interesting the waves your mind goes through, or mine does. All right, moving right along to the channel analytics, and this is kind of the exciting page for me, in that there was 23,000 views in April, and that's up from 2,000 in March. So in March there was 41 watch hours. April, it's 1,100, and I added 11 subscribers in March, and I added 346 in April. So if you're one of those, thank you very much. I appreciate having you on board. Stick with me. The content will continue to improve. I'm confident that that's the case. But yeah, you're going to have to stick with me for a little while. Anyway, so yeah, very exciting. I'm happy about all of that. Next metric, looking at the videos created, and everything really now is dominated by this one video. I don't know what else to say about that. So yeah, retention statistics is still 66 watching, 61 watching, and nearly 60. That's not terrible percentage still watching after 30 seconds. It'd be great if that was up around 80 or 90. But yeah, got to get better at the intros and then deliver on the content. Anyway, next we have shorts, 8,500 views, 4,000 engaged views. So I think this is where people actually spent some time watching the video, as opposed to people that just kind of scrolled past and it played a little bit. I think this is a new metric for YouTube. Added 10 subscribers through shorts, so that's nice. I'm more interested in long form at this stage, but I'll continue to do shorts. I finished doing daily vlogs, but I will pop up a short every now and again when I think something kind of suits that format. So that'll happen, but I'm concentrating on long form for now. And next we have the audience, and what are we doing? 209 returning viewers. That's pretty good. 15,000 unique viewers, plus 346 subscribers. what is interesting down here? This graph here, when viewers are on YouTube, I think that's new. I don't think that it was like that last time, and I think it's because of that one video. So YouTube now has some data, and they can return some data to me, which is interesting. You can see there's a clear kind of band from around 7 a.m. my time through to 10 a.m. my time, pretty much every day, but mostly Friday and Saturday. So I guess I should be putting out my videos maybe 6 a.m. on a Friday, so they can get a bit of a kick at the start. So, and that's this timing is related to the fact that a quarter of the viewers are in the US, and I imagine that corresponds to a time when the US audience likes to watch this kind of stuff. So that's interesting. I've lost some female audience, which is sad. It was 10% in March, and it's dropped down to 7.2 now. It's okay, but still the general age is kind of what I'm looking for, so that's great. Now moving on to the Earn tab, and this is where it starts to get quite exciting. In March I was way off any of this. I had 45 subs way down here. I had 146 hours. So you can see obviously just over 100 subs off this first target, and I'm close to halfway to the watch hours for this first target. So that's a massive jump, and it's basically just from that one video. So gives me hope, and that's fun. That's just for supers and shopping and stuff like that. The main membership down here, I'm still a long way off, but you can get to 500, you're halfway in terms of subs, and a reasonable way along the chain in terms of watch hours as well. So that's cool. Then we have the watch time by content type for April. This is the interesting number here, the 1071. So I added 1,000 watch hours in April, and to put that in perspective, I need 4,000 watch hours per year on an ongoing basis to stay monetized. So basically 4 months of that. You can add a little bit from the couple of live streams I've done. The shorts don't count. So that's an interesting way of looking at it. If I have 4 months the same as April, I'll be in that monetization bracket. So that's really exciting. That's really close. And finally, just having a look at the videos that have done well in terms of watch hours in April. We've got that rough pallet wood one. Then we've got the laundry powder box. Then we've got the edge jointing jig for the table saw. And then we're under 10 hours per video. So only 3 in double figures. And this one is a massive outlier. Looking at lifetime, it will be very similar, I imagine. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos lifetime that have gone over 10 hours. I mean, 10 hours is a good chunk of watch time. If you think about how long a movie is, say 2 hours, so 5 movies worth of watching eyeballs on that one video is there's probably 6 in that. Excuse me. Anyway, it's a lot of time, and that's what's amazing about YouTube, I think. It's just the reach of it. It's a global audience. So many people having a look at content that we create. So if you want to do something similar, there's going to be an audience for you out there, almost certainly. All right, so that's YouTube for you. Absolutely dominated by this one video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Apparently, people like it. Okay, moving on to my spreadsheet again. And the running stats. I've put up a little graph to, again, highlight what an outlier April was. You can see in the numbers here, we've gone from 2,000 views to 23,000, 40 watch hours to 1,100, 11 subscribers to 346. Average view duration is doubled. Impressions are massive. So basically YouTube, they put your video out and test it. And if the response is positive, then they wait a while, and then they put it out to another group of people and test it. If the response is positive, and you kind of keep stepping up, and it's exponential. It seems it's amazing that previously we had 33,000 in March, and in April we had 465, and that happened really quickly. It was amazing to watch. Anyway, I put out 4 videos, which is about the right amount, 4 or 5 long form videos a month is what I would like to do. 12 shorts, that will be much less next month. And sorry, this is not shorts, this is lives. I'll fix that. And I did 3 lives, and that will be 1 a month until Feb the following year. I'm going to do this every month. Until then, I've kind of committed to that. So, and then I'll probably drop it. I think I'll probably move on to doing some live streams, hopefully with an audience, as opposed to just me here talking to the camera. Again, practicing. Practice is fine, but it's more fun to have other people involved. But at the moment, I have 346 subs, which is amazing compared to, what I had last, 398, I think it is today. Amazing compared to what it was last month, but it's still a drop in the ocean. The chances of any one of those people being available to watch when I want to do a live is pretty small. Anyway, we persevere. And then finally, I guess the last tab is other creators. And not much happened this month. There's a few guys I'm a bit worried about. My Northern Works buddy doesn't seem to be putting any stuff out. Wellington Woodworker, he's grown about 13 subs, I think, in April. And at the top of the list, nothing really changed too much. So these are just guys that I follow. Most of them are woodworking or DIY. Not all of them. Marty T isn't. And the Wild Wonderful Off-Grid, probably. They're DIY, but a bit different to the woodworking crowd. And nobody changed position, and not a lot happened. So it's just, there's a couple on here. So what am I thinking? The Northern Works guy hasn't created, and looks like Fix It Fingers is not creating either. I think he had some life issues maybe, and has had to step back a little bit. So hopefully he'll get back into it. And also Dana Maid, who, if you've looked at my videos, you know that I follow Dainsy quite a lot. And I do a lot of stuff that's quite similar to what he has done, without the what's the word, experience or the cool jokes. But he's also not making much content at the minute, again due to life circumstances, I guess. Anyway, so that's that. I just slowly scroll through this, so if there's anybody there that you think you might want to have a look at, they're all interesting, I think. And if you like what I make, then maybe you will like what they make, and quite possibly you know all about them before you know about me. But there you go, that's my list. And that's it. I'm very pleased. I think I've gotten through this a bit quicker than normal. So until next month, I'll be mostly making bathroom renovation content. I've got a couple of little projects on the go. It's coming into winter where I am, and that means it's quite hard for me to dry glue ups. I did one yesterday, been in clamps for 24 hours, and I put it through the planer and it fell apart because the glue just hadn't dried. So that side of things is a bit slow, but we will be working on the bathroom. The demo's done, and I'm deciding on the next thing to do. We've got some work to do on the walls and electrical, plumbing, all that sort of fun stuff. So tune in to see all of that. And if you like this content, next first Thursday of the month at about 3 p.m. New Zealand time, I'll be doing it again. So I look forward to chatting to you guys between now and then, and I'll catch you later. Cheers. Yeah, cheers.